Hello, welcome to the Living History School. Today we're going to be tracking the brush rabbit. Brush rabbit or cottontail. Brush rabbits and cottontails pretty much live under the brush. They don't live in holes like European rabbits. They pretty much live just right on under the brush. They basically have a nest under the brush, and then like runs where they would run along the trail to various spots where they would eat, or grazing areas, places to hide. So they pretty much spend their whole time within probably less than a half an acre. And we're going to look at some signs. Of course, the most obvious signs of brush rabbits are droppings, and they're basically tiny little droppings. I put this one up onto a rock, you can see, but they're just little round, circular, little round pellets, basically, little balls, and you'll find those in their runs. Another sign of rabbits, of course, is just the chewing of the grass. It looks like basically somebody came along and nibbled off, or with the scissors, or chopped off cut off with a pair of scissors the grass. You can see the tops of the grass here are all pretty much nibbled off here. So if a person was going to trap a rabbit or snare a rabbit, they would probably want to find these runs through these holes here, through the brush. Wintertime is, of course, an excellent time for learning about tracking, because of course the ground's wet. A lot of the trails are exposed, and of course in the summer there's this briar patch or berry patch here would be covered with leaves, and you wouldn't be able to really see into it. This ecosystem here is pretty good for. There's a lot of quail in here, and what the rabbits tend to do is, you see there's kind of open pasture here, and they tend to want to stay right in the edges of the brush. They don't want to go too far out in the brush, because of course predators like hawks and coyotes and things will get them. So they tend to venture just to the edges of the brush for sitting in the sun and eating grass and such, but they won't go far out. So if you're going to hunt rabbits, you need to look on the edges of the brush. Also, they're nocturnal, or early morning. You won't see them during the day. You have to come out here at nighttime. They're all around. Of course, owls will get them in the night. So that's a little bit about brush rabbits. We're gonna see if we can find some more signs here. Here is a young shoot of it's like rose or a young berry that grew up here that got nibbled on by a rabbit. The rabbit probably sat up a little bit to eat this one, and then there's another one right over here. Let's see if I can find it on the top of it. Let's see, go scale back here. Right there, that just the top of that has been chewed off. It's still kind of hard to focus in, but top of that's chewed off. So basically they've been gnawing on things, probably nice and moist. Stood up on its hind legs and chewed on that. So this is a pretty good area in here too. There's a lot of good coverage in here. I'm going to try find some rabbit fur. Sometimes when they're running through the brush here, they get hooked on pieces of the thorns, and some of the hair comes off. Here's a third and final rabbit run here, brush rabbit. You can see it's pretty fresh. Some scat right there on the leaves. Going that way through the hole. So now we're going to go over to a place where a hawk got a rabbit. And you can see, a few days ago, red-tailed hawk grabbed a rabbit. I'll show you some rabbit fur.